Hello, fellow Sudokans. Welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025. I've just taken the cat to the hospital for his weekly treatment. The vet gave me some new medicine to try out during the week, and it was absolutely useless, of course. Every time that they change vets at the hospital, they try something new. Never having worked. Nothing works. Anyway, he's back there again, and I'll pick him up later. I don't have any memories of when I was very young. I don't remember like when I was 5 or 6 or something. I'm always very suspicious when people tell me they have a memory from that early time. Just because I don't, and I just find it really difficult to see how you could remember such a distant memory. I guess my earliest memories are kind of being about 9 or 10 years old. That's as early back as I can remember. But yesterday I was watching a video. I mentioned it had just come up on YouTube. I was halfway through watching it about Trojan Records, which is a music record label that introduced reggae and ska to Britain. Started very quickly in Jamaica and moved but the record label itself was really based in the UK and Britain and stuff like that. And whilst watching the program, there were lots of videos of the original skinheads dancing, stuff like that. And of course, this is before the skinhead movement turned into a kind of fascist movement, which happened like in the mid-70s, I guess. This is really in the late 60s. And I got a memory of something. Actually, what I remember is not... So I would have been 8 or 9 years old at the time. And the reason I can remember it really is because later on there was a photographic evidence that I saw later when I was maybe in my teens or whatever, of a photo of me wearing a Crombie, which was a long black coat. Black or navy blue, I can't remember. A long black or navy blue coat, something like that. Black, I think. And I remember that you could pull the lining up as though it looked like you were carrying a handkerchief in your top pocket. And Doc Martens, as I think they were called Dr. Martens in those days. I can't remember now. And a skinhead haircut, aged 8 or 9, and standing around with other kids from the area. And I think maybe my cousin or something like that. I can't really remember now, but I do remember seeing that photo, and I do remember that coat. And I kind of remember also when watching this video yesterday, it mentioned Ben Sherman, which was the name of shirts, and I do remember having a Ben Sherman shirt as well. I can't remember much else about it. That's in the days before skinheads were racist. And my sister is much older than me. She's 9.5 years older than me, and she used to bring all of those records home. So we had we had Tamla Motown records and Trojan records and all of that stuff, and we loved that kind of music in my house. So always been anti-racist, I think. Anyway, there's that. And now when I wake up this morning and look at the news in The Guardian, I'm seeing lots of pictures of people wearing the St. George flag, standing outside hotels where asylum seekers are placed in Britain. Just the normal racist stuff. I guess this racism will never go away. We have to keep fighting it as much as possible. And Keir Starmer is not doing enough to, push back. I mean, I see him pandering to Farage on this, and that won't win him any votes, and it will just make him look dumb. So time to, get the asylum situation sorted out by properly having a proper system where the courts look at each case and allow human rights. Okay. Shall we get on with our game of Sudoku then? This is the New York Times hard level puzzle. Once again, thanks to those people who are clicking on the videos during the week. This is the last day of August. In September, I think I've only got one day off. That's a Monday to Friday day. I think there's only one day off. So again, I'm going to go back to just playing at the weekends. There won't be any, and certainly this week there won't be any game on a Friday, I'm sure. So please keep clicking if you can on the old games. You're doing me a big favor, keeping the channel alive. It's just about keeping alive. Just about staying alive. Ha 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 ha, staying alive. There we are. Let's get on with the game of Sudoku. I am trying to get on with the game because I am really looking for the first number, but haven't seen it. I have seen that I've got a pair of 9s up there. Excuse me. That's a 3, 4. That's a 9, 4. That's 3, 8. Well, the usual spinning around that I do with my eyeballs is not coming up with any suggestions at the moment. Here we go. 5 and 8 block across here, so that puts 5 and 8 into those two squares, right? And that will tell us what's left here, which is not 5 or 8. It's going to be 2, 4, 9 in those squares. 2, 4, 9. Now we've got a 4 here and not much else helping out there. But we can say 9 is in one of those squares, so 9 across this way. And 9 up there will give us a 9 in that square. 2's then, 2 blocking across here and 2 in one of those 3 squares, and the 2 blocking down will give us the 2 there. And how about the 4? Are we going to get anything on that? Maybe not. There was something from the beginning. Look, we had 9s down here. Could have got that 9. Didn't see it though. Seen it now. We have a pair of 2 and 4 blocking down there, so 2 and 4 are in those squares there, and this is 1, 7, 8. We've got 7 and 8 together, so that's our 1 in fact. Do we get anything out of the 7s? We know 7s are there now. 7s are over there. Anything else going? Oh, that's a 7 and 3 pair over there as well, I've noticed. We'll get onto that in a second. What was the other number? 8. Do we get anything out of the 8 being there? Not sure. Right, but anyway, what did I say over here? We've got 7 and 3 across that way. So that's a pair of 7 and 3. So this is not. This has to be 1, 4, and 6. So that definitely puts 6 into this square. We've got 6 blocking across here, 6 blocking across here. 6 down there, 6 up there. So 6 is in that square there. And I said 1 as well, right? 1 blocking across there, 1 across there, 1 up there. There's the 1. The other number I said was 4. No. And that's 1, 6, and 4. So these are 5 and 8 in these squares here. And no news on 5 or 8 just yet, I think. All right. Okay, slowing down. So let's try and see if we can go through slowly, bit by bit. All right, 7 blocking down here and 7 across there. Put 7 into one of those squares blocking up there, 7 across there. That must be a 7, and 7 across this way, and this way will give us 7 there. Now, I did have 2 squares there, didn't I? What did I have? Something. 3. There is 3 blocking across there, and it gives me the 3 in that square. 3 back in this direction and forwards that way. If there is such a thing as forwards and backwards in Sudoku. I guess not. So 4 is in one of these empty squares here, blocking that across, and 4 blocking down will give us 4 in that square. And we've got our 5, 8 like this that we know about, 5s and 8s. So we'll try to remember that for later when we get stuck, as we are bound to do. And I say we, I'm talking about me, of course. I'm bound to get stuck. Right, let's go along our merry way. Actually, this, I think I said this before, didn't I? This was 2 and 4 blocking down there. So that's 2 and 4 in those squares. So this, in fact, is 7 and 8. So that can't be 8, can it? That must be our 8. This must be our 5. That must be our 8. And this must be our 5. We know this is 7 and 8, so this has to be a 9. And 9 blocks across here, and up there, and up there, so there's a 9. I believe I've got a triple. 195. Oh no, I've got 9 there. Sorry, forget that. Forget that. I almost misled you like a politician. Oh, we've got 4 down here, look. We're talking about 4 in that square there, and then we've got 2 blocking down there. There's a 2. And we've got 2 blocking this square here. We need a 2 in this row, so that must be our 2. And the last number to go there is a 6. So this is 1 and 8. Is that right? What's left here? 2, 3, 5. Is that right? 2, 3, 5. Let me just check down here. Yeah, 2, 3, 5 is missing. And we've got 2 and we've got 5 in the same row. So that's going to be a 3. Eight and 9 block up here. That puts 8 and 9 into those squares. In fact, we do better than that. We've got 8 blocking here and we've got 8 blocking there. So that is our 8. And then we've got 9 blocking up there. So that's our 9. And the last number to place along this row is 4. Okay, we made pretty reasonable progress with an even distribution, which is rather unusual. We seem to have been getting a lot of games where it's all one side or the other. But today's puzzles seems to be fairly evenly split so far. I was hoping to spot an easy number, but I'm not sure that there are any. Oh, well, wouldn't you know it, there are. There's a 9 that we can grab right there. Just spoke a smidgen too soon. And that is our first completed digit. Well done, digit 9. Thank you. Okay, 2 and 7 block this square. We need 2 and 7 in this row. That means they're going to go up there. And this will be a digit 1. Now we've got 1 across there and 1 down there. That gives me a 1 in that square. 1 up, 1 down. There we go. Six blocking up there. There's a 6. The last number in is a 4. 4 down here, down there, and across there. Okay. Still nice and even, just a little bit lacking on the top, bit thin on the top there, like a lot of male watchers of this channel, I guess. Sorry, I didn't like to remind you of it, but there you go. We can't deny these things in life. Fortunately, I've still got hair, which is really surprising. Most of my cousins have lost theirs completely, and even their offspring have lost theirs already as well, I had to tell. Fortunately, I'm one of the few who are still hirsute on the top of my head, and I thank the heavens for it. 2, 7 up there. 3 blocking down here and across there gives me 3 in that square there. 5 blocks down here, that puts a 5 into that square, and leaves me with 7 here, 7 blocks across there. That puts 7 into that square and says that you, my friend, are an 8. 8 also blocks across here and down there, giving us another 8 down there. And to finish this row, making it complete, we still need a 6. Okay, missing numbers there are 2 and 5, I think. So 5 blocking down. There's the 5. That's the 2. 2 blocking up there. There's the 2. Last number in. 4. 4 up. 4 up there. 4 across there. There's the 4. And the last number for the column. 1. 1 across. 1 up. There's a 1. Number to go in there is it 8? I think it's 8. 8 blocks across here. We need 8 in this column here. That's got to be the 8 then. And the last number of this column is... I'm not trying to build suspense. I actually don't know what it is. I'm just trying desperately to look. It's a 3. I'm not like one of those reality TV shows where they go, and the winner is. No, I'm not doing that. I just actually don't know. I am looking. And this has to not be a 5 because we got 5 already. This has to be a 6. 6 blocks across there and 6 blocks up there. So there is our 6. We're almost done now. There's almost nothing left to do. This is a 5. 5 blocks across there, giving us 5 in that square. And here's a 2, and 2 blocks across, giving us 2 in that square. And here's a 7, and there's a 7. And that's it for today's New York Times hard level Sudoku puzzle. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the game. And like I say, do me a favor, throughout the week, please click on the old games. Click back and see the date, a couple of years ago, and see what was happening in the news or what was on my mind back in those days. Thank you. Bye-bye.